Vineš doma. Ni prišel, ne?
Okay. Hare Krishna. The unit 5 finished yesterday. This was first devotional practice, hearing and chanting. And we discussed a good amount of time also of this foundation. This is the tema, to je temelj naše duhovne prakse. So, anyone remembers anything from yesterday? I mean, anything. We speak about bhajan and kirtans, right? It's few principles for that. Why kirtan, dancing and singing is important? There were few interesting things there, no? You remember?
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
It's enjoyable, okay, this is the most important.
It's uplifting everybody.
Uplifting,
Participating.
uplifting everyone participating. It's cleaning the heart, yes. And one was especially interesting.
But even if a new person comes and participate and has this attitude of serving others, can benefit, can also be.
Yes, yeah. Se pravi, če nekdo pride prvič in ima to razpoloženje oziroma da se mu tele tri poklopijo, ne, da naredi za zadovoljstvo, ponovadi Bhakti, za Krišno, tako še ponovadi ne, da naredi nekaj za vas, vi mu date službo, on hoče vas zadovoljiti, na primer, na način, ko mu vi rečete, tole naredi tako pa tako, ne, bo izkušal tele stvari, ki so tam značilne za sadhana bhakti. Takoj bo izkušal radost, srečo, takoj bo imel spiritualno izkušnjo. To je ta formula, ne? This is, if someone pleases Krishna and devotees who is in line, parampara, this happens in the way how he likes, and then he experiences. It's beneficial, surprises. Vsi imajo dobro. Je atraktiv, je privlačno takšna služba. Vsega razvije božanske kvalitete, ki jih imamo v sebi, pa srečo, ki izkušajo, je onkraj materialne sreče.
Pa Bhakti se takrat, ko povežemo, se mi zdi, da smo povezani, tako smo osredotočeni tudi na petje, bolj tako skupaj, no, nekako. Malo se to ekspandira, ali pa tako nahajpaš se do, no, ko prideš tam kirtana, je tako polna duša, zvezda, cel dan.
Yeah. So this is the one thing which I wanted to hear, this one. The health-built relationship with ones connects the devotees. Devotees who Hariram connects together. And we have together bhajans, it connects the devotees for that. Because Krishna is pleased.
Sploh, ko na koncu, ko pridemo, to se mi zdi cel vrhunci, in smo res tako v bistvu hvaležni tudi drugemu, da smo to izvedli. Ko smo tukaj v hodniku.
To je zanimivo, če te materske dlane, ki se popustile.
This is also, yeah.
Če ne, se kaj bolijo, kaj pa da presežeš, pa da greš, pa pozabiš, kaj ne. Ja, vse.
Noro.
Yes, we can have experience when, of course, we need sometimes to be attentive because it does. When we start the kirtan, usually our mind is not there. Our mind is on, managing, or disturbed. But when we try to listen, then consciousness is changed. Znači, ko zdaj ni tako, smo še zelo nekaj drugi, ampak ko se po naenkrat začnemo poslušati malo, we spoke around the day, right? Then second stage of chanting is now bas. Bas medicirno. To je petje, kjer se trudimo izogibati žalitvam, pri nas to pomeni, we are trying to be attentive. Poslušamo, when we try to be attentive. Then these 7 things happens, remember? 7 stvari se zgodi, imate veliko od Hrvaške. 7 stvari se zgodi, ko začnemo vlagati trud v pozornost. Naša vera se poveča, karmični zakon začne postane bolj ohlapni. Ti planeti, ko so naši karti, postanejo neupljivani, strah gre, mir se pojavi, te potrebe, ki jih imamo glede ekonomije, pa nekega lagodja, pa te zadeve se avtomatsko izpolnijo, pa blaženost. Se začnemo manifestirati, ko začnemo vlagati trud. Ne da nam rad, not need that it is already achieving the attention, but we are trying. It means we try and put the mind back. We want to push back the criticism. We want, these different clouds, mental clouds, which are there. We try to consciously, it will bring immediately results. I mean, it's a good investment. It's the double and the one. Cannot be more higher activities than trying to make it, to be attentive. It's not higher. It cannot be, there is no higher, they do investment there and they do all different political stuff or research work in the university. This is the second, this doesn't have this effect.
Se že večkrat vprašam, če bi džapa, osebno džapa, pa kirtan, da bi kar kirtan, da ne bi džapa, vsenješ džapa.
Yeah, it's a combination of whatever chanting is there is. I don't know, because we are restless in the nearness, our mind is, we need mind, if you have only one activity, and even if chanting, you are hungry, and so many things are going on. Of course. Okay, any questions regarding this? Any comment? Komentar o vprašanju resni? This is a huge topic. To je uli široka tema. Mi smo tukaj samo malo leteli. To bo slide. Then we have these retreats. We have to go that retreats. Is there recording of retreat in Pohore? Is there recording?
Čim?
Je bil posneto?
Ne, to je pa stvar, ki
na kameru.
ne. To pa ja, pa ima Bhakta en pravo, se spominjaš, kaj je snimal vse pravo. In zadnjo srečo pa je rekel, da zdaj finišira vse, je posneto, pa nam bomo imeli.
So there are many retreats and topic on that.
Sam je sam za nas, je prosil, da se to nadajo okolj, ker so bili intimni pogovori in tako.
Yeah, of course. So, if you don't know where to start, this is the good start. Če ne vemo, ti bi začeli rihtati našo Bhakti jogo, je to dober začetek svetovne. Absolutno.
Jaz imam pa eno vprašanje, da mi tako še daleč tako, ko smo naredili ta trikotnik, in Krišna je na vrhu, potem pa gre gor puščica po levi strani, namen, kakšen je namen? to delam.
Algorithm.
Ja, potem je pa puščica obe strani spodaj, ki je pa desno, kako je na kakšen način po njemu všečno. Ne? V bistvu, da imam ves čas v glavi, da jaz to delam za Krišno.
Je vprašanje ali komentar?
Ja, seveda eno vprašanje. Mislim, to je...
So this is definition of pure devotional service. And this is graphical because we can discuss.
Ja.
It's not that relations are like that. So there are three most important elements of that some activity becomes pure devotional service. We can do activities with three ways. One is with our machine, body senses, right? Then is the mind, prayers in the mind, thinking like that. In words. Na tri načine mi lahko izvajamo. Eno z telesom, eno z miselno aktivnostjo, subtilnega telesa, ali pa z besedami, na grobo. In that activity becomes pure devotional service by definition. If we fulfill these three conditions, they are not the only one, there are 5 conditions, but 3 are primary. 5 elementov ima definicija, no? To je definicija Evrope poslane. Te 3 so glavne, ki prinesejo takoj rezultat. Ostale so potem glede, ko smo čisti. No? So, the object of this service must be Krishna or his devotees. Za koga delamo to službo? Mora biti za Krishna. Ali njegove ekspanzne oblike, ali pa nekoga, ki predstavlja Krishna, one who represents Krishna. This is Guru Paramparam. Devotees. Which devotees? We say pure devotees. But Prabhupada defines pure devotees as anyone who is following pure devotee. Right? Zakaj je to rekel, da tudi tisti bhakti, ki niso čisti, so čisti bhakti? Ker če sledijo čistega bhakte, bojo zelo hitro postali čisti. Zato je merilo, ker ga bhakti služi, je kako striktno sledi Guru Paramparam. Tudi če narekovajo, vidim, da je devotee is neophyte, but he is have faith in Guru and serving here with sincerity. We have also benefit. That's why if someone goes to listen with books and because he's instructed by spiritual master, Prabhupada, he goes out, he's also Guru for that people. Right?
Ja,
so each one anyone is Guru. And not Guru as we think, not qualified. No, because we are following, we are merely instruments. Because what means Guru? Guru only one. Krishna is Guru, Balaram is Guru, Paramatma is Guru, no one else is Guru. But others are only instrument, agents in Krishna's hand, how Krishna manifests. And we are just only like we are just small portion, we only are postmen. It is not, we don't mix anything. This is the perfection, right? You just give from Krishna and just that. So the content is important. The Sabina, just one knows. So the object is connected to Krishna. Now, how this activity is done, they are defined with lower 2 elements. Namen, intention, why we are doing this. Usually we have, as condition shows, we have selfish motive. I want to make benefits. It's selfish because we are under ego, influence of ego. That's why. But if we in this is scale from 1 to 100%, right? So if we have this intention, I want to please. I'm doing this service. I will clean this for this devotee because I like whatever. Or for if you know better, if you have high understanding there for Krishna, of course, then this is the key. Anukulena is the word in Sanskrit. Anukulena. The intention of the service is to please that person. To please. And how to please is also important, because we can please how I think he will like. Usually, no? We try to in my way, in my terms, I will please him. But the key is, in a way, he wants to be pleased. And for Krishna, usually we don't know. Why we know? Because we are far away from Krishna. We don't know how to please Krishna. We don't know how to please. That's why we ask blessings. Please, I want to serve you, Guru, but tell me how. Which way you want to be pleased? This is how service should be done. Then the effect, then učinje te službe bo radost in bo uplifting, da nas bo dvignil. Če pa imamo kakšne druge elemente vmes, bo pa proporcionalno manj. In this equation, ta enačba ni odvisna od napredka duhovnega. Če nekdo naredi, sem poslušal, sem naredi, na ta način bo izkušal rezultat. Ampak ker nismo non-stop, ker takšne zavesti mi nismo, ker smo pogojeni, smo enkrat na teden, ko pridemo sem, ali pa enkrat na mesec, ko pridem uro, no? Takrat smo v tistem, in takrat imamo, več rečemo, ekstaze, ko smo padli se poklopila enačba, the formula was fulfilled. For a small time, because their mind start. So those who come on the beginning and they're humble and they follow, they actually experience more happiness than those who are here for a long time. Yeah. This is now why. Why? Why this is so? One who is humble, yes, I will do, yeah, can do more. Why then devotees who are here struggling? They have Mangalarati, they do all these different things, and they're, unfulfilled inside. They want help to help peace. They want help, they want to go out of here. This is strange, This is čudno, Amo vse pogoje, da sem da delamo službo v tej enačbi in bi lahko izkušali srečo 24.
Can I ask which are the two which are secondary? You said there are 5.
Yes, 3 primary. This is the characteristic of pure devotional service. This is the first 3, and they are Anya Bilashita Shunyam Jnana Karma Anavritam. They define other 2. So the motive should be the next detail is the motive should be without selfish interest. That 2 defines what kind of the motive should be. Anya Bilashita Shunyam is no other motive. To please, no other motive. So it defines the purity. And the second is Jnana Karmanavta means that nothing should be priority than this.
Nič bolj prioriteti.
Nič ne sme biti, da imamo to na prvem mestu, ne še to, pa še to, pa še ono, na drugom mestu to. This means then pure. But even if we do like this, that's why we cannot, because we have other priorities, pa to še moram narediti, pa nijem zajta bolj še to, pa tam pa še moram zaslužiti, zdaj bo skrbeti. To vse dol potisne. All other concerns brings down. Not this one?
Ni tako težko dosegati, ker je to prvo, ko smo tle. Razen, če imaš ti pač tehnične stvari. Se blaže nam je, več kot to lahko.
It's not stable. That's why we cannot maintain these standards. Because we have influence of tamas and rajas. We have still, you know, bad habits. And, you know, our faith is not so mature. You know, Krishna. Da bi lahko to imeli. Yes.
Mislim,
We
pogoje
are
imamo.
not internalized this. So we can philosophically we can understand. We can and even can, you know, in this, but it's a good situation, circumstances. We can actually. Oh yes, I want to be like that forever. You know, it comes, but it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable, right? Because you're not usually. Other things covers.
To work. Please.
Yeah, there are 4 things. Remember? 4 things of our sadhana. One is determination, intense desire to achieve this goal. Then ekagrata with attentiveness. We have to be attentive. That is with proper mood, with gratitude, you know, the humility is a prayer, right? And with this, when this is fulfilled, then Krishna's mercy comes because he sees our endeavor. Naš trud vidi Krishna, potem Krishna ga da. This is how is usually. Make sense? So this discussion is never too much. It's never enough, this discussion. Because
I know.
it's our foundation. I understand. But behind this deep application and, of course, deep, how to say, to realize this in the postane del nas, constante, dato praxe, kato menu praxe, because we have so many disturbances. So many things comes, you know, little things which distract us from this. So many things. We said from outside, from inside, you know, many things are there. Okay, so today you try to try to read, or if you already know the translations of these bhajans and the spiritual programs which we have, daily program, is very beneficial. Try to approximately understand what is there. Samsara Nagalida Loka Tranaya Karunya Nadanatvam. What that means? Samsara Dava Nagalida Loka. If we think about this content, Sabinity, this is prayer, no? If you understand, in thinking, then emotion will come. Oh, we offer. What's the offer? Obeisance to our. One day, Guru Shri Charan, we offer humble obeisances to the lotus feet of our Gurudev. Is the prayer, right? Mm-hmm. And up there is for which activities he is doing. Samsara Davanada Lidano means the forest fires of samsara, which afflicts, which we are in this forest fire. Mi smo v požaru, v gozdnem požaru rojstva smrti. In Guru pride kot oblak, ki zajame milost, ne, iz oceana milosti Krišne, prinese oblak in release, se pravi, kot deževni oblak pogasita gozdni požar, ker mi trpimo, se mi pržimo. Look at that. Oh, then it's different, and we just it's because emotion, because there is seva, bhava seva. Chanting these prayers is also in this category, no? For the Krishna's pleasure, how it usually is done with these 4: sankalpa, ekagrata, bhava seva. This is how we execute, how we execute this service. So in the case of this song, so okay, Sankara means I have an intense desire to do it properly, to chant, to come to Mangalari and chant this. And then attentiveness would be that we are attentive on the meaning, because otherwise we will not be able to express the emotion, right? So if we think, I offer my humble business to my spiritual master, not a spiritual master, who is like clouds of mercy, raining on our suffering and fallen condition. This brings bhava. Then it will be like you would experience by chanting, we will cry while doing this, right? We will be happiness, we will not be sleepy. We will not be like, struggle to stay awake. This is example, but it's not so easy because our mind has a very deep root of habits. And tamas, we are influenced by tamas. Because we are not regulated, it's difficult. That's why we need to regulate our habits, that we will be more in sattva guna, we will be able to be more attentive. This is how it progresses. Много smo pozorni, da pozornost pravimo sattva guna. In to sattva guna mi moramo z lifestyle, navade moramo te različite pravimo, da moramo nekako zbalansirati. To pa lahko.
Pa to včasih se začne drhteti, koža se mu naježi, solze pa v potokih tečejo nikoli. Krišna. In to moramo drugače, pa kad to razumeš, vse to drugače poješ.
Then you're natural to raise. You don't raise even like that, but you raise with gratitude, elegant, with great, elegant or just. Then we are in that formula. You can see we are lacking them. And that's why sadhana means that we try to regulate, transform by the following the instruction. Okay, so the next field of activity is deity worship. It's called archana. Archana. And it's, of course, very huge topic. We will discuss this on the page 85. So this is what is included in deity worship. It's many things. Many things. We'll say a little bit about this. Okay, so in the middle we have this deity worship. So we'll go by these arrows. People take. So first we'll discuss. First we'll discuss left arrow. Why Krishna comes as a deity? What is
the tendency? Oh, Krishna is somewhere there, far away, or yeah, Krishna feeling like this. It comes in his form as personal. This mood, not mood.
Yes, this is also a good one.
Yeah, we have him personally, like personal interaction with him.
Okay.
We can see him.
Yes.
It's not something far away somewhere.
Yes. Okay, one thing is far away. This is one thing. Another thing is that Krishna's body is transcendental, and our material eyes cannot perceive, cannot have perception of transcendence.
We need something.
So can you imagine? So we are as devotees. So we are neophyte. So our vision is conditioned. Naša vizija je prekrita z materijo. So we cannot perceive, we cannot have perception anti-material. We don't have anti-material perception, right? And we have to imagine in the mind how Krishna looks, so Krishna, out of his mercy, manifests himself in the form that we can see with these eyes and with these instruments. For devotees' pleasure, to give us easy way. That's why he manifests, and for him it's not a problem, because everything is his energy. He can appear wherever he wants to be, because it's all his. And he appears in the so-called, for us, is material elements, but for him it's not material because it's his energy, right? He manifests just that we can see, and we have opportunity to engage service in this. So we can use our hands, our smell, any instrument of this body, which is now conditioned with what? Our sense is conditioned how? With false ego, right? Which manifests in two forms, as a selfishness, and selfishness means enjoying and controlling mood. Our mentality, naša mentaliteta je uživaška pa kontrolorska. Technical means uživaška means karma, conditioning, jnana, and controller. Karma, jnana, this two means this two. Vse se vrti okrog mene, za moje zadovoljstvo, jaz vem, kaj je prav. To je ta mentaliteta. Jaz vem, kaj je prav, doben me no pravo. I know what is right, no one will tell me. This is the influence. So our stance is like that. We move things, we taste things for our selfish enjoyment. This is why we are here. And Krishna gives us that we can reverse this condition. We do 99% for me, I want, I know, and 1%, okay, for the Lord of the Lord. This is how we start. This is how we start, everyone. Little, it's called Sakama Karma Yoga. Sakama, a little, okay, little proportion. For devotees or spiritual something for which is we show a little selflessness in our overwhelming selfishness. This is our situation in everyone. So that's why this formal lecture annulates it melts down to be false ego, pluralnega ego. Za njegovo zadovoljstvo kako noče, svoj nimam kontrole, pa nisem soživalec. I'm not the controller and I'm not enjoyer. Exactly, this is the formula. What this pure definition? It push out the selfish, enjoying and controlling mentality. Jnana karma annavitam. And Krishna manifests in this form that he does mercifully. He comes, on se nam da ga služi. In temple je temu namenjen, da se to daje zgled in se daje standarde in inspiracijo vsem, ki ne morejo. So temple shows examples, standard, and we show by how we do that others can be inspired. That's why it's recommended when it's the high standard of deity worship. Krishna is split. One is attracted, and selfishness is removed. So not that deity worship is burden, not the božovanje, božanstvo, breme. It's burden for us who don't understand. It's an opportunity which it's, and especially here Pancha Tantra is because it's Nama Mahabhadadhyaya, Krishna Prema Pradayate, the most merciful. Because with serving Lord Gauranga, we get the highest goal. So if you properly understand, we would be in line, begging, can I do some service for the Lord? In line, there will be crowd, queue. Can I wash? Can I wash the dining room of the Lord? Can I do the garland? Can I do? This is the highest, most intimate service, personal service for the Lord. No, it's a burden. I can't do time. I'm hungry. I'm dead. No. And Krishna, they tolerate this attitude. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know how you play. I came to help you, but we don't see Krishna's help. We don't see because we don't hear. We can see the Lord by hearing, by discussing like this. This is how we oh, this Lord is here waiting for us. Oh. So this is first thing. So why Krishna comes to it? So say, to please his devotees, no? So we can make advancement. This is the quickest way that we can transform our habits. Our habits are in tamas and rajas, and connection with. That's why this, puja, clean, horrific, rules. It's so difficult, impossible. I have to shower after going to the toilet, but this is unhuman. No? And not only in the morning, after every toilet, I have to see. I want to eat. This is only, it doesn't have anything about spirituality. It's just to come to the civilized level of human norms, Arya norms. This is Vedic. Every sweeper on the street in Vedic culture knows what is cleanliness. It's more clean than any hospital here. Person, because in the hospital, you all do with alcohol, is all contaminated. Is the highest contamination. This. That means from tamas rajas to sataguna. And this sataguna is very difficult actually for the conditioned soul in Kali Yuga. Very difficult to establish. All these habits, And in the beginning it goes quickly, but then we became like relaxed. I know, I heard, it's not so important. And we stop there. We don't. That's why this anartha-ability, the fourth level of spiritual advancement, is actually very rarely achieved. To nishta level, mathematically, which is like you experience spiritual bliss, which is don't have any attraction for material world. This is second level, it's nishta only. It's just the subtle woman. It's just, and you are engaged with deity worship, you want to read, Krishna Katha, no criticism, no other stuff. This is Bhakti who lived 200 years, 100 years. And he describes these levels. He said, yes, this Madhyamalakari, Nishtanu, it can be achieved in 3 months. In 3 months. 3 months. Immediately. Because 200 years, there was still Vedic culture. Everyone knew the principle of Satvaguna. And just, oh, yes. He's nicht. Doesn't criticize, he wakes up, he cleans, immediately. For us, in last decades.
Can I ask something? It just came to my mind. You are saying this that they have this culture of cleaning, but I didn't meet so many Indians, but which I met, I don't know, there's cleanliness is.
No, we can't do that now. Degradation now is not.
It's
you can go to India. Everyone went to India. Yeah. There is culture. There are temples, but degradation of Kali Yuga is Everything goes there very quickly.
I mean, they are saying that it's clean, but
Yeah, this is the another conception of cleaning. Yeah, because in sometimes in temple came Indian Mataji and
this is
cleaning,
okay.
and she thinks this is clean.
Yeah, that's the.
But it
In
was
India, is
difficult for
in India, for example, this culture is that there is a huge difference in this caste.
Yeah.
So Brahminical families, you know, in traditional, especially maybe more prominent in South India, you know, they have this very, how to say, in the blood, I would say, quote unquote, they are born with this, how to say, standard of sattva gun. Even they are not Vaishnavas, right? Other, okay, it should not be, because you have many different kind of brahmanas, you know. Karmakan is a little different. Or Shaktis for more like into the tamasic, tantric. But they are Shivaishnavas and others, they are very high standard in the families. But others, you know, but also that goes because all the brahmanas now they are in US, the children, right? They are the top software engineers or doctors in US. Those because they are very intelligent. They are so these are. But with Kali Yuga and this stuff, you know, because distraction is the most degrading distraction, right? Rajas is constantly distract your attentiveness. Because attentiveness is one of the primary factors, you know, not attentive on the that things now and there, now and here, you don't have results. The result is not there. So Tamas Rajas brings people down. And that's why Prabhupada was revolution, because it revived, you know, Western Brahmanas, deity worship in the West. This is unbelievable. Very, you know, nations, meat eaters, cow eaters, they are doing deity worship. This is unacceptable for Brahmanas, caste Brahmanas. You know? So it's Prabhupada mercy. Okay, so spiritual advancement to make serving and meditating on Krishna easier, much. But our discerned mind, we have to be attentive on something, you know, in the mind. And mind is like turbulence. It's like you know, like a washing machine buzzing all the time. We need to focus, right? We cannot focus on impersonal or the light a long time. But when you see the deity, nicely decorated, the Panchatattva, such nice earrings, such nice turban, such nice garland, and you were doing it, you know, your emotion, or, you know, so beautiful. Who dressed deity today? Oh, that, oh, this group. It's much easier. Much easier.
They're not nice. The dresses are not nice. Are nice because of them.
Yes, but
Notice this.
even higher. Yes. We look at jewelry, also nice jewelry, but actually, Shastra says that jewelry becomes attractive because Krishna has it. Otherwise, it's not. Can't of jewelry, not like, but when the Krishna wear it, it's so nice. Yeah, because don't have this vision. We have just we just see like dolls in the shop. Not the nice. But then we have this and this doll are not anymore dolls. You know, cooking for the Lord, serving, and then is a Krishna reciprocation, gives a vision, visualization, connects us. So this is a why. Why Krishna comes as a deity? Can we, if someone asks you now on the street or your family or something about this, why Krishna, what is dolls are here? How would you explain with your own language. Will you be able to explain there?
Yeah, I would say this what you mentioned, that we don't have spiritual visions, eyes to see himself, okay, Krishna. So that's why he's coming in this deity form. So, and he's Bhagavan, he can do anything and everything. So he manifests himself also in these forms as movies, as pictures, as paintings, and so that we can see him.
Okay.
Himself, him.
To engage our instrument. Da lahko ta čutila lahko za njegovo zadovoljstvo.
Da je pušni nabiranje,
No, this form are not, so te forme niso izmišljene. They're not invented. They must be supporting the Shastras. They're another varovalka, fuse. Okay, let's go to another.
kaj si rekel?
Ne, sprašujem, kaj ste sprašali?
Kako bi nekomu z svojimi besedami razložili, kaj so te doskati?
So he comes one for to please his devotees as a second main reason in this one.
To please devotees, the devotees can then you engage.
And okay.
Yeah, we can engage our senses because we mentioned that activity can be done in three ways: with the body, mind, and words. So all three are engaged in worship very intensely. So you are not engaged in the, not yet in the, okay, Araf is there, but there is morning puja, which pujari is doing, the men in our case. So this is most intimate situation with the deities. Or you have the deities only when you wash them. So this is when you wash them, you clothes, massage them, everything you do very intimately, right? With the hands, with the mind. But one interesting thing is in deity worship, which tries to invoke the attentiveness. Ker nismo pozorni, je tehnologija pri obožavanju božanstva, da moraš vsako stvar, ki jo delaš, moraš sam izgovarjati, kaj delaš. So in deity worship, whatever you do, you don't do mechanically. It's like that. There is no unconscious movement in deity worship, should not be. It's not like this. So whatever you do, you have to say what you're doing. Kako rečeš, moraš zraven govoriti, da tvoja pozornost je tam. For example, zdaj bom ponovno tole artikel Krišna. Krišna, ja, zdaj ti ponujem to miško za tvoje zadovoljstvo. I dam Eša dupa klim Krišnaja namaha. To je recimo za incest, ne? Ponujem ti tale incest, moj dragi Krišna. Klim Krišnaja namaha. Klim is called bija mantra. Bija mantra to je božanstvo v mantri.
But this is for Brahmanas.
Of course, who can do it is another topic, but this is just explaining the principle. So you mentioned, I'm offering this, and you invoke the Krishna's božanstvo. Komu to daruješ? Klim Krishnaya, or Klim Gauraya namaha, Klim Nityananda namaha, Klim Advaita, Shri Gadadara namaha, Shri Shivasana namaha. And also when you're offering the food, it's the same. I'm offering you this nice food, Shri Klim Gauraya namaha. So everything, when you put massage oil, Klim Esha Thailand, Idam Thailand, Klim Gauraya namaha. Whatever you do, you have to mention. If you want to move the deity, idam asanam, Klim Gauraya namaha. Prosim, pojďte tja, gornji taj. With this, this is the support that you become attentive. The Krishna is a person. The Krishna oseba. It's not like you play and you hear a Walkman and you hear some call. I'll tell you later. This is just opposite. And the chanting is the same. Should not be, you know, we are not there. So that this is how it is bringing attention, that we are attentive, because attentiveness is one of the key element in our practice. And the greatest enemy by Guru Goswami is automatic, unconscious moving. And this is our big problem. We are singing every day, you know, and in our mind is, you know, sleepy. Yes, such nice. You know, it's and then it's half an hour. Oh, even in temple room. Oh, I have to bow down. Usually it's like that.
Sam je, kak je to jaz na primer doma, plemišče nekam, ne drugače, ampak doma, nekaj je guru tudi rekel, doma si lahko naredite, pa se tuširate, pa pojete, pa tak, ne, da stane čas. Da lahko ne prste preštejem, kolikrat si šla skozi. Kaj naenkrat je bila zadnja kipica. Prvo si še pela, pa si zadam, zdaj bom pela vse bom poslušala. Prvo si zadam, mogoče drugo, pa kar že zadnja kipica, in pot sem pa delala vmes, pa dam še enkrat, ne prav se hočem.
When you chant, you start chanting, you know, for the first still never, immediately you remember the last sloka, you know. And this is one challenge which we have because it's not our native language, right? When Hari Bhakti was singing, he knows the Bengali, Bengalis, it's they. So when we have this, when we have a Guru Arati song in Slovenia, it's that's why it's nice that we try to learn these songs by word meaning. It cannot be at once, but if you understand samsara, we know now a little look. Okay, this is the forest fire. So if we can connect this, it's much. Our mind attentiveness can be more easily catch, but it's not guaranteed. It must be. Yeah. That's why, because we're so unqualified, we cannot be attentive. That's why important that we have serving mood. If we don't have time, but we are serving, trying, mercy will pick us up. If we're criticizing, all these other things, tamas, daksha represent anger, criticizing, being, proud. Then Krishna also, and the word is also, it's not it's far away from pleasing, it's disturbing. It's like, then we will not move anywhere. We'll feel everything is burned, vse odveč, vse je narobe, vse propada. This tamastic mentality will bring in, all this misunderstanding of higher picture. We are just hitting tamastic, all this stuff like a fly, like a muha, some to direct completion. Veze se danes.
Lahko vprašam, kako v bistvu pri to je težko, ne skozi imeti koncentracijo na to, recimo se ujamemo že pri molitvi, da pač, ne vem, 2 kroga, če napiš, ali pa ste zadnjič govorili 4 sekunde. O moj Bog, da nimamo 4 sekunde koncentracije. Ampak kako to prideti, a je to možno, da dobiš toliko brezvzročne milosti potem, da to postaja, ne da kultiviraš ti tehnično v sebi, ampak kako bom jaz to, da mi bo to samo umeti, da je to res ljubeznijo delano.
To je proces, ko korak odvija. In if you are properly executing the devotional service, these effects of tamas and rajas will slowly melt away if you do it properly. Because če delamo pravilno duhovno prakso, to je zdaj ful pomemben podatek. Ker če delamo nepravilno, if you perform our devotional service improperly, we generate new anarthas. That means, če nepravilno izvajamo duhovno prakso, proizvajamo nove nečistoče. Už smo stare spustali, ampak smo novo generirali. To je problem.
Kaj pa to pomeni za vas, če delamo pravilno duhovno prakso?
Izvajamo pravilno duhovno prakso, to pomeni, da eno je to, da poslušamo to. One perspective of properly is that we align according to this, da razumemo in delujemo skladno s to definicijo. Za zadovoljstvo, način, ko ne všeč, to je ena. Druga pa se izogibamo stvari, ki generirajo nove anarte, nove nečistoče. Kutinat, kritiziranje. Politiziranje, to je največji generator. Potem, da smo vezani na stvari, tuče šahte, da smo navežene stvari, so nepomembne. Neke, ki nas usmerjajo dejane. Ponos pa zavist. Neprejemno, pa so tudi neupoštevanje vašne etikete. Even we don't follow vašne etikete is also one of things which is not improper. That's why it's so important that we are taking shelter of someone who can guide us. Because usually we are taught, mi se ujamemo in ne moramo sebe videti, kje nas manj meče, ne moramo, nekoga dobro nameni. And one wisher, well-wisher who we are, he want, that we want to report, we want to be accountable. Prosim, pomagaj mi, kje delam narobe, prosim, pomagaj mi, ne, ampak to je za ego ful dana stvar.
Lahko je še nekaj vprašanj? Ko se pogovarjamo, to itak vedno oplajamo to kriticizem, potem navezanost na stvari, ponos pa zavist, navezanost na stvari, ponos pa zavist, pa navezanost na stvari, pa kriticizem. Kaj je sploh definicija potem v Bhakti kriticizma, da recimo poveš ti direktno tej osebi to, kar ni okej, ali da če si z nekom podebatiraš o tem, mislim, kje je zdaj tukaj ta meja kritike? Kje je meja kritike?
We defined this when? Last week? No, 2 weeks ago? You were there? What is criticism and what is constructive criticism? One is fault finding. What is this?
Ja. Hočeš pomagati, ako se naslajaš na tistim.
One of the definition perspective is if you have motive to bring the person down, is one gross. Constructive is that we do properly. Properly means proper time, proper person, proper time, proper person in a proper way. Means what kind of words you use when you approach. Who can approach to that person to correct the person? It's not. Maybe we'll go and can you just remember that we will answer this question which is mentioned here. It's important, yes. Well, oh, that means I have to be silent. Something is wrong. Is this? This is the concern. To je dilema, ne? A zdaj, če nekaj narobe, da smem reči, ker bom kritiziral.
Zdaj, to tudi napak, ne?
To ni. To je. Če toleriramo tamas pa rajas, naprimer, pa smo tiho, pa vemo, da mora biti satagona, naprimer, za kuhinjo, da se okej, ne, možeš reči, pa ne, da bi zdaj jaz bil na ego, pa jaz moram prav, ampak zadovoljstvo Krišne, hočemo delati. To je zadovoljstvo, način, ko njemu všeč, ampak to je na pravilno, to je zdaj cela danes kako povedati na pravilno način. To je najboljši preventivno, proaktivno. Не е то сега тако кашно башање. Напред, не поправата, тоа е много тежко, ти можеш да санирате. И tu сега ще се сгоди, как ще напад, да бъдем окей, не как скочи да не носи Бог. This леко, не? You don't, how you correct is over science. Don't just jump and, you know, want to, I told you, you should not do that. No, in the front of the deities you do that. It's not proper. Or in the public, you never criticize, never correct person in the public, never. Glorify the public, yes, but correcting privately, not just humility. It's a challenge, it's not good. Yes?
When we talk about some person, with person is not here, and we talk about something
Difficult.
mistake and something, it's the same is difficult, nah? When is criticism, when is we talking about him or her, goes to her,
Yes?
something to improve or have satisfaction to talking about this.
Yes, this is important criteria. Usually, for persons who are on the Kanishta level, on the beginning level, why we criticize? What is the mechanism? Because, of course, we are on the fourth seal, that's one thing, but usually it's because,
He's not.
and we are envious, of course, this is all there, but usually we are not doing so good, so we want to be above others. You know, we don't want someone excelling, that someone is better than us. This is one stressful situation. And how we do? So we have two strategies how we want to be above bolshe od drugih. Nezavisno. Either we criticize putting others down because it's unbased that I'm glorifying myself. No? You have to put them down somehow. The island is good, but you know, always sounds big. This is one unconsciously doing this.
And this is
We feel better. Also, this is because it's thematic. You know, it's
this is unconsciousness, but the same is problem is
problem. Yeah, like what is unconscious tamas. Nezavestni tamas, we are not aware it is wrong. And not this is wrong is detrimental for our spiritual life and spiritual life for everyone. It's contaminates tamas everywhere. That's the problem. That's the problem. So tamasic and rajasic influences on them. So when we do like that, always the question, is this for benefit for the person or not? Or just for my enjoyment? You know, because I have to speak the truth. What about the sleep song? I know, I saw, I will help. You know, it's all this. It can be subtle, subtle.
To bi se res povedala. Ampak včasih je tako, da moraš eni osebi povedati, mogoče ne moreš drugi osebi direkt reči ali pa se pogovoriti z njim. Ampak moraš eni osebi povedati, kaj te je zmotil, kaj te je zdi, kaj je to, ker se moraš zajšati.
Yeah. But sometimes you cannot tell some person, but you want to share with some. When you're sharing, you have to be very careful to whom you share. How this person will understand you have the motive, for example, in good scenario, I want for his or her benefit, but I have to share someone that I can see the solution to help her or him. But with whom you share, has been also high consciousness. If you share with someone who, I knew it, always I knew it, she's like that, you know, he or he misused that, then it's our responsibility. Because we didn't properly judge that person with whom we are sharing. That's why we share with vehicles or one who is more. That's why maybe we, it depends how person is. Then it's based on authority, you know.
Authority.
Yeah, well-wishing authority, well-wishing, you know, persons who are have the same purpose. Sometimes we discuss, like, you know, we try to discuss how to help this person, how to, you know, in the best way, which is the most balanced way, the most benefit for everyone in the proper way. This is sometimes not clear how to do that, right? That's why I discuss how can we, you know, not correct, benefit, you know, all picture. Usually we just judge from our perspective. Oh, it's bothering for me. I'm uncomfortable. But this, when one has a responsibility, they have to think about the whole picture, about all family, right? Not only how I feel. I may feel like that, but you know, it must be also beneficial for others. So it's a challenge. That's why there's a lot of beta, a lot of this, you know, extreme. We have to, you know, like that, very hard or very soft. You have to balance out. You know, it's always like, you know, walking on the wire. It's that's why, and this is properly done when there is a maturity. Zreli, mature in many fields, devotional, primarily, and also maybe in area. You know, if someone is very, you know, in therapy is very skilled, one is skilled in communication, one is skilled in, you know, how to do things. So there are many areas we have to be balanced. So it's
Ja, to je zelo najkoli bolj najduhovni napredek. Vse oviran zaradi tega, ne, ampak kaj, če imaš take čustva, pa če si tak, ne?
yes, it's a challenge, and that's why, and we will do mistakes for sure. It's not that we will do perfect things, never.
I came to this conclusion that Krishna allows this, you know, to make mistakes, you know, no matter how hard we are trying to do everything perfect, just for our false ego, you know.
Yes,
not to be proud, because we have this tendency to become proud if everything is okay and I did.
yeah, and that control mentality is that, I know how to do it. I did so well. Oh, I organized so well. Oh, how I preach or how I explain this. All of the time is this ego is waiting for our small things. Yes? And another thing, še ena stvar, ki je pomembna, se pravi, da delamo napake. Zato rabimo, da smo skozi odvisni od Krišnove milosti. That's why we need that we are taking shelter all the time in the holy name. Otherwise, we become relaxed in our devotional practice. Because I know everything is fun. That's always going to be difficult. It's always. Because we are conditioned, you know, when something is good, we are relaxed, we are not attentive. And more, for example, Queen Kunti is like a vivid example. Prince Kunti. These challenges in the practice will help us to take shelter more. This is important. Because we need to take shelter. We need to take shelter.
Yeah, so to sometimes it's difficult to take shelter with Krishna. Take shelter authority, to take shelter Guru.
Taking shelter means many things. Not Krishna in his many forms. Holy name, reading book, senior Vaishnavas, you know, better sadhana. You know, all these are all sheltering. Whatever will connect us more. What will improve our quality? Те повече наша квалитет, то духовна пракса, а карколи. Many forms. Sometimes we are not, we cannot chant more, then we serve devotees. All this principle which help us rise the consciousness. Shelter. That's why Krishna has so many opportunities. Someone loves to read, you will take shelter in reading. One wants, take shelter in conversation with guru or a well-wisher, reveal the mind. I have this challenge, please help me, someone like that, in the holy name. Yes, I will chant attentively, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, help me. Like that. He said the mood is important, right? Determination, odločnost, intenzivna želja, da želimo doseči nekaj cilj, pozorno duhovno prakso in pravi mood, razpoloženje, s temi tremi bomo mi prizvali Krišno milost, ki je štrti, brez katere nič ne bo. Without four, nothing can bring rules, success, result, because this is given. We are doing this thing just to attract Krishna's mercy. Krishna's mercy will invite us to spiritual world or transcendental level. Mi ne moramo skočiti na transcendentalni nivo s svojimi močmi, s prakso. On nas kar potegne, samo pomiluje. Zato rečemo, da mi ne moramo, zato če mi kršimo principe, kako pritegniti milost, pa lahko se razmetamo, kako smo pozorni, kontroliramo vse ostale, ampak če delujemo kontra principom milosti, da smo osorni do Bhakta, pa kar Krishna zelo prizadane, lahko si superman narekuvajo. If we are acting opposite to the principle of attracting the kripa, mercy, we can do so many things, but we are just cycling in present moment. Okay, we're not finished. So, okay, there are different deities, right? We go down, different kinds of deities. So, there are deities, of course, manifest in many forms according to the place and circumstances. The Radha Krishna deities, Jagannath, Gaur-Nitai, Nrsimhadev, also many others. This depends on how Guru Parampara is manifesting in a specific place. Prabhupada encouraged Gaur-Nitai for the Western world because they are they're merciful and they're tolerant. They're accepting the essence. For example, Radha Krishna deities, it is no joke. Must be very high standards and seriousness of devotees. Otherwise, it will be disaster. Because if you're doing with fancies, that's why first Panchatattva and Gaur-Nitai is, that we become serious. And become serious, then Radha Krishna comes. So when Radha Krishna will come, then we know that Krishna is pleased. So if we will have Radha Krishna deities with this standard, we will be Christian. If here would be Radha Krishna deities, and this standard which we have now will be crematorium. Yes.
Pa so tako prijazni, tolerantni.
Because they see whatever is small is there. Even we are not serious. Okay, a little serious is there. Okay. It's like a parents, like with children, Yeah, do it nicely. Yes, you did so nicely. Like that, but we should not be there for 100 years. So we should, understand the process and move up. No, we want to do more, and this is how is the result. If we want to do more, we want to sacrifice more. Not that we want to reduce, we want to add more. If we are improper, if we are healthy in spiritual practice, eagerness is there, And eagerness comes. We said eagerness to serve, and this is connected. This is the last maybe point, which it brings us back to the hearing and chanting. That how we are attractive to the Krishna Katha is a merilo, is measurement of our attitude. Because we said the eagerness for hearing Krishna Kathas that we are speaking about Krishna comes from eagerness to serve. Right? Serving attitude. If you have serving attitude to serve Guru, serve devotees, then this will manifest that we want to hear about Krishna and his devotees. If we are not eager to go to the classes, we don't eager to see it, just want to do it's not a good sign. Something is wrong in our service attitude. And service means to please. To please. Because we can do the way I want, but no, it must be pleasing for Guru Parampara. So that's ruchi, taste for hearing comes from attitude of Mahat Sevaya, serving the great souls and Guru Parampara. So when that's him, he will not be, he will, the last thing that they go to know, they will speak about Krishna.
Tako rečemo, veselo začetka mi je bilo za poslušati, reči nisem služila. Se vozila sem sam na lekcije, sam sem počula, pa še ni bilo interneta, pa ko bil internet, smo mogla vse ujeti, pa
Yes.
zelo živčno, če bom kaj bi špila.
Okay, and then what happened?
Se pravi, nisem, najprej rečete, da služiš, da biš lahko za poslušanje.
Vse vam je bilo novo, ste spoštovali.
Ja.
Vse je novo. To je ta začetni entuziazem, ki vse je svet, vse je super. To je also serving. It's attracting the mercy. There are more to that. It's not only how to attract the mercy of the devotees. But then when we are already around, then this is another community level where we have to be conscious that we do spiritual practice properly. From our etiquette to be attentive to hearing, all these things must be, awareness must be there. This is an alternative stage. Nothing is mechanical, nothing goes by autopilot, nothing, there is no tricks, ni trikov. Se
ne da pospešati.
Yeah, I know, and it's not important, it's so pomembno, zato smo slišali, ta stav. Another bit is like climbing on the hill. Kot da prišemo v hrib, ne? In ko začnemo malo, potem mi počakamo pod hribom, ne gremo naprej. It's like coming to the hill and then you go up, because this up means doing this thing consciously, sattva guna, then we come to the vrh. This is stanovito danes služenje, kjer se said that this level of nishta is actually when Krishna consciousness starts. Because od tega ne bojo naprej gre kot raketa, ker smo večinoma slabih na naši strani, takrat začnemo mi izvajati. Tako je ruč, tako je okus za to, tako je navezanost na Krishna. 1, 2, 3, sem tudi jaz, ker moramo z nemahansko duhovno prakso previti. We should learn that we don't do mechanically our spiritual practice, that we develop respect to devotees, serve devotees. Without this, there is no jump up. Every fire is quenched out by water of tamas and rajas, no? So if you can do this sistemsko reaktor rešimo, to pravimo nekako s kulturo, pa s kodeksom, pa with codex and with the value system, protect on the community level, then all community will go up to Madhya level, which is the aim. So we have to remove the influence of Rajas Tamas by some kind of rules, some kind of systematic approach. But you cannot do rules dry. There must be understanding why this is important. Oh, I give these rules. Oh, this, no, no, this, no, this. You know, it's like for one who doesn't understand, it's like a torturing.
Размери.
Мъртваря действия. Mora biti razumevanje, ampak ja, ne logično. To je nevarnost in ne morem se nekako zaščititi. Jugadar mahal nam sami kar akčana vidi, ki je govor banane.
We didn't finish.
No, we just started.
Yes, that's what.
Yeah, this is
Didn't hear.
only 2 arrows. Then we have next time Monday probably or Tuesday.
Ananta Prabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai Jai Jai, Vanchakalpatarubhishya.